Hey guys, so every day is different. What I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna be updating you guys, just giving you guys a morning message, and sometimes it's gonna be 5 minutes, sometimes it's gonna be 10 minutes, but I'm not gonna go past 10 minutes. It's gonna be my morning message, and there's always distractions, always lots of distractions. You know, the wife is gonna get sick, your dog's gonna get sick, your kids are gonna get sick, somebody in the family is going to die, tragedies are going to happen, different things are always going to happen, and you just have to be ready, you have to be aware. But most importantly, I want to give these messages because I want to show you guys. You see Italia's toys in the back because that's her room, but this is real, guys. I just want to be real and put real messages. You're not always going to feel great, you're not always going to look great, but when you're real to people, when you're just real, you're going to teach people and you're going to help people a lot better than pretending that everything is perfect all the time. So for example, today we're going to Laguna Beach, and we're going to meet with Ed Milet. He's going to be on my podcast, and we're going to go to his house, and we're going to spend some time with Ed Milet. And one thing that I want to tell you all is that learn from people like that. You know, you could learn from a lot of people. You can't just stick to one or two people. One or two people can be your mentors, and the mentor is somebody that you study every day. That's what I said, what I've been doing, what I've been applying for the last 10 years, more or less. I've been studying one or two guys for a daily, every day. Every day I study them. Every day I study them to the point that I know them more than I know myself. And you guys know a couple of those people that I had, and sometimes you change them. I learned a lot from Grant Cardone. Give credit where credit is due. I learned a lot from Patrick Bet-David, you know, and I don't talk a lot to Grant anymore. I'm not that close like before, but he's a great man. Nothing but love for him. Patrick, I still keep in touch with him. Love the guy. Learned so much from him, and I still keep learning. I still keep learning from both. Now, sometimes you're going to have to get newer mentors that are going to teach you depending on where you're at, where you want to get. Because like I said before, those of you that are new to me, maybe you just started following me, but remember, a mentor that helps you get to 300,000 a year is not going to help you get to 1 million, and that same one is not going to help you get to 3 million, and that same one is not going to help you get to 30 million, and the same one is not going to help you get to a $100 million company, and that same one is not going to get you to build a $1 billion company. So you upgrade your information, you upgrade your mentors, whatever you want to call it, as you keep growing. And sometimes your mentors are going to grow with you, and sometimes if they don't, then you have to move on and you have to get newer mentors. So I'm really excited to meet Ed Milet. I really like the guy. I really appreciate everything he does for the community, like all his posts on Instagram, on social media. He does a lot of good interviews, so he's really wealthy, and I'm gonna go meet with him, spend some time, and I'm gonna make it work. We all have different lives too, and as you grow and you keep going up in cycles, remember that when you're barely scratching the surface and you're making $12, $15, $18 an hour, and you're an employee and you want to get better, you have to do you have to do whatever it takes in the beginning. Like I used to be an employee, and I used to work for $9 an hour. After taxes, I would probably keep like $6, and I would drive. I would spend more money driving. I have a Honda Civic, and then I would net like $20, $30 a day, which was enough for me to go to McDonald's and get a $1 menu. And I remember I used to get a $1 menu, a $1 French fry, a $1 chicken nuggets, which was 4 pieces, and a tiny little bag of French fries, and I would get a $1. So it would be $1, and then I would have a sandwich that my mom would make me, and I would combine those 3 things, and I would make myself a meal. It would cost me no more than $3. McDonald's $1 menus, and that's how I would survive and eat. And then I would net $20. I was a teacher assistant, and hey, I had to do that. I was probably in the worst scenario than most of you guys and girls, but you got to do whatever you got to do, and then after that, you start growing. You become self-employed. You might open up your business, or you might partner with somebody like me with the mortgage guys or Ambiance Realty and work, and you're able to have skin in the game, which means you're able to have equity if you earn it. Equity, you earn it, and there's a lot of ways to earn equity. It's not only about how many years have you been with the company, it's about how much revenue have you helped the company produce, and many other things. How many people have you recruited, etc. So these are the things that I really like about meeting with people like Ed Milet, and all these greats that I've been meeting. Like yesterday, I spent some time with my friend Sam Bakhtiar, and last week I was with Lewis House. Today I'll be with Ed Milet. Next week I'll be with Tim Story and and a few others. So keep learning, guys. Keep learning. You stick to 2 mentors that you're going to study every day. You have to know your mentor more than they know themselves. Like, for example, it got to a point where I knew more of a mentor, and I say maybe I'm joking a little bit, but I knew more of my mentor than he knew of himself. I knew more. Then I got another mentor, and I knew more of him than himself, because I studied what time he woke up, what time he went to sleep, how did he spend time with his kids, how did he treat his wife, his kids, everything. I went back 5 years and I studied him 5 years ago. I studied him 4 years ago, 3 years ago, to catch him on the same cycle that I am today. Because you don't want to compare yourself to a Albert, to a Tim Story, or to a Ed Milet, because you're not there yet. These guys are like Ed Milet's worth who knows, half $1 billion or maybe more. So he wasn't there 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So go back and study where they were, how they struggled, and what they did, because that'll help you, and you could compare to where you are now to where they used to be before. So don't compare yourself to, I'm going to compare myself to this billionaire, because you're not there yet. You're far away from there. There's levels. Before you get to level 1 million, first get to level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and keep going up in levels. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna make it work. So since it's a long drive, I'm gonna take Italia with us, and we're gonna take Berlin and Italia. I have to change my tires because my tires are a little bad for the roll, so it's gonna be changed in the morning. We're gonna go over there, and then after Ed, we're gonna go spend some time and with the family. If you guys are gonna be in the city of Laguna Beach, hit me up, send me a message, DM me below. And most importantly, to finish up this update, this is for all my mortgage and real estate people out there. Mortgage and real estate people up there. Maybe I'll cut this and I'll do a separate segment. But very important, real estate and mortgage people. 2007, 2008, we had a horrible recession. It could have turned into a depression. We were close to becoming a depression because it was that bad, 2008. And you guys remember what happened, mortgage and real estate. Once again, mortgage and real estate. Remember, they were making financing very easy. They were doing stated income loans. They were doing negative loans, negative arm loans, where, let's say somebody that works as my receptionist and makes $15 an hour, I'm just making this up. I could verify as the boss, as employer, I could verify that this girl is not making $15 an hour. I'll just pick up the phone or sign up a verification of employment, and I could say, hey, you know what? This person makes $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year. We don't do that. The mortgage guys, Ambiance Realty, we believe in ethics. It's part of our core values. Number 1 on the core value list. Ethics. We don't cheat, we don't lie, we don't commit fraud, we don't do any of those nasty things that lazy people do, that people that don't have the skill, the ability to get clients that qualify, that are really qualified, don't do, and they just take shortcuts. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of shady people out there. So my message to you, real estate and mortgage people out there, if you're in the business and you have potential, you know what I'm talking about. They're bringing in, once again, they're doing these loans. A lot of lenders out there that are bringing out loans that are not safe and that are not good loans, where all you do is you verify, and they don't check your paperwork. They don't check W-2s, bank statements, whatever. And guess what? If you are a realtor or a mortgage person in a different company, not us, because we are ethical. If you're in a different company and you're doing these kind of loans, if you're a consumer and you're getting qualified for these types of loans, make sure you change these lenders and these realtors, because they're not ethical. Look up how many deals they're closing. Why do you think some people in the mortgage business and real estate business, they weren't closing anything? They couldn't close a screen door if their life depended on it. And now all of a sudden they're closing is because they're doing these easy loans. Look, we gotta stick to the real loans, to the ethical loans. Full documents. You gotta collect full documents. You gotta check pay stubs, tax returns, that kind of stuff, and make sure they qualify. Because if you're doing these easy verification, verbals, or stated, or whatever they want to call them, loans, stay away from those. Those are not good loans. What's going to happen is history repeats itself. So guess what? Whatever happened in 2008 is going to happen again. It's going to happen either in this year or it's going to happen next year. The multi-billionaire that I know, my friend Fred, he told me that a recession is going to happen next year in March, around March. Okay, so that's something that a multi-billionaire told me. Guess what? I consider the words of a multi-billionaire a lot more, especially in financial and business, more than anybody else. Okay, so pay attention to it, study the history, get a mentor, spend time into self-improvement, listen to these messages, because everything that I'm going to be giving you in the mornings is going to be dead value. You're driving to work, you're getting out of the gym, you're getting ready for your day. Listen to this, write notes, listen to it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Everything that I'm going to give you guys, that I'm committed in the morning, is going to come straight from my heart to you. I've lost millions and I've made millions and I did it over and over again, and I want to save you all that pain. So hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, send me a DM below. Send me a DM or comment below, and I will be looking at all my messages, and I answer all my messages because I care about you. And like one of my mentors says, Bobby Castro, sharing is caring. If you share, if you give, if you help, more money comes to you. Focus on giving, helping people, and money's just going to come to you. Love you guys.